So Simmers, my name is Darth Jeswick and welcome to my channel and welcome to another build challenge. Today we're going to be working on Lilsimsie's Peppa Pig shell challenge. As you can see, it's shaped like a pig. I don't even know how I'm going to really do this, but I ended up doing it, and I did it twice. So I have a completely base game version that I'm doing now, and then I also have a packs version where I use like the horse ranch and like a couple of other packs. So it's still limited packs, but there is two versions and one of them is base game. So let's get right into this. First of all, we're going to be starting on just getting the pinkness of it all. I really wanted to embrace the pink. I really just wanted to embrace the pink, so this whole house is going to be pink. Sorry, but it's the Peppa Pig shell challenge. I couldn't really not use pink, right? I have to use pink. I'm just doing the roof now. It was very difficult to roof. Very difficult. I hate doing the roofs. I have to do a lot of separating the roofs and fixing them so that they don't interact or get weird lines where there's not supposed to be lines. That took a while. I also wanted to make sure that the back porch and the front porch were covered because technically this one here that we're staring at is the back porch. And the one on the side is the front porch just because of the way that it is in the gallery picture on this lot. I hate it. But this house seemed perfect for putting it that way so that we could have a back door here and have it as the front door for our Sims, but also have the front door here on this side of the house for the gallery picture because I hate, like I said, I hate the way that this gallery picture shows up because it shoots from this side. So I wanted to make sure that it still looked nice and not weird. But we have our roofs on right now, so that's good. That's always fun. We're getting in some extra stairs on the front side. I will end up fencing in, I think, the whole yard just so that we have some privacy and things like that. But right now we're working on getting in some siding, and I really, like I said, really wanted to embrace the pink. So if it hurts your eyes, I'm so sorry because it only gets worse. We don't have any nice pink trim that didn't look really hot pink, and I ended up going with white for the trim on the roofs and for the edge of the house on the second floor, and then had a pink roof as well. I also made sure that the sidewalks lined up well so that we could just walk up to where the Sims were standing. I really like having that because your Sims don't have to route funny and whatever. The Sims don't route as weird when they can just walk straight into their house. I also got in the stairs and I'm working on the floor plan here. I ended up getting in 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. No, 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. One bathroom is downstairs, one bathroom is upstairs, and we have a baby room. So that's fun. A lot of the base game houses don't have nurseries, so I like making sure that the ones that I build for the base game do, because that's what we're here for. We're here to create families and raise Sims, right? So they have to have an infant room. I ended up doing some pink and white tile in all the bathrooms and the kitchen and wood flooring in the living room and the hallway, and I believe carpet in the bedrooms. So that's nice. We got pink carpet. The kitchen was really weird for me to figure out because it's such a weird shape. I tried putting some random stuff back in that corner, the fridge and a big cabinet, but I ended up not liking the way that it looked. So I ended up putting a kitchen decorative cabinet back there and putting all my kitchen stuff over here in the corner. And it worked out a lot better. And then we have a little island area too, which is nice. I didn't think we were gonna be able to get that much seating in here, which we ended up getting quite a lot because we have a whole little dining table too. And of course I had to go with the pink tile for the walls because obviously it's a Peppa Pig house. We gotta use as much pink as possible. Using these big giant windows in the living room just so that we can bring in some natural light, and I make sure that all the windows have the pink inside on them just because like I said, I wanted as much pink in this house as possible. It actually kind of hurt my eyes towards the end of it because there was just so much pink. Not really, but you know what I mean. It was just a lot of pink, and it's not a color that I usually use for houses because I don't particularly love pink, but it is like growing on me. Even got in one of the new magnet boards from the events. I also just missed the like winter event that they did. I ran out of time. Lots of stuff happened. Like I keep saying, I've mentioned it in a few past videos that I have a lot of stuff going on. I'm not going to talk about it until I can actually like be there. Big things though, exciting things. It's really great. I love it. Not the time though. Anyway, we also have like some stuff from Coach that we got for free. So I put one of the bags on the counter, and I thought it would be really fun to have one of the bags like sitting on the coat rack just for funsies. So I used the alt placing to place that. Also, we just needed a place for like a trash can, and we don't have any other pink trash cans, so I had to get one of the like money generating ones, which is fine. I love that. It's great for like having families because you get money, like 10 simoleons per dish or something like that, or any kind of garbage that you put in there, you get like 10 simoleons per sim in the household, which is really good if you're starting out and you have like no money. Which most of the time I start my sims off with like maybe 100 simoleons, just enough to feed themselves for the first few days, and we go from there. Not in my legacy challenges though, because like that's different. They always get a lot of preferential treatment because they're my favorite sims and I play with them for a really long time. I was just trying to figure out what was going to go in this like little odd corner here. I ended up putting like a coat rack, and I think that is from one of the recent updates too. I love it. It's got some pink stuff on it. I also put in like the pink phone from one of the recent events, the like throwback event or something like that. And of course we had to get in some curtains in here and some like aprons and light switches and things like that. Just as much decoration as I could possibly get in here because it is a base game. We end up using a lot of the stuff over and over again, which is fine. You know, the base game is pretty limited, but they have been adding to it a lot lately, and I do appreciate that. I just wish they added a lot more. I mean, this is the option that we have for couches. We've got like 10 couches. That's not a lot. There's definitely could be a lot more stuff with the base game, and I'd be a little happier with the price point of this game because it's like $1,500 if you want all the packs, and they just keep releasing new packs and not fixing any of the other ones that we've had for so long. Like, that bothers me too. That really does bother me, and I wish that they would, actually put some more effort into what the game really is because, it's been a lot. I think a lot of people are upset with the way that the game is now, just because it's so unaffordable. Like, it's really not affordable to play The Sims, and I know that. And I don't expect anybody to buy any of the new games or anything like that, or any of the new expansion packs coming out. I know Simsie said she wasn't going to. I haven't been because, like, I genuinely cannot afford to buy any of the new packs. I just can't. Not right now anyway. I've got, like, I keep saying I've got stuff going on and I can't talk about it. But it's the reason why I can't afford to buy stuff right now. But it'll be good for me in the end because then it'll help a lot. I wanted to make sure that we had like a few activities in the house for our Sims. So I have a like computer, made sure that we had like a little TV so they can get their fun needs up. I also squeeze in a bookcase in here, which was impressive, I think. And there's not a lot of like pink lights. There's just not, and that is upsetting. Like, what the heck, Sims? Anyway, got in a little bookcase. You know, that's always a good thing to have for skill building. If you don't have the money to buy like a piano, you can buy a piano skill book and learn that way. I also wish that we had like the like bars above the windows for these specific curtains that I have in the living room, because we have it for like several other things, but not the base game stuff. And that's like upsetting. Like, give us stuff that we have in other packs from the base game stuff. Diaper changing tables. Like, I get that that's a thing from growing together, but it doesn't have to be. Like, it could very well be just something that we have because people fake it all the time. And it's not like I ever use the changing tables anyway because they're inconvenient. But like stuff like the bars for the curtains, that would be appreciated, Sims. I really do. Free stuff like that in the base game because like we don't get a lot of free stuff in the base game. We don't even get a lot of free stuff in general. When they do update the stuff, it's like a few things here and there. And this game is really expensive. Like I said, $1,500 for a video game that barely works. Like that's asking a lot of your customers in this economy. Also, sorry about my voice. I've been sick. So yay me. I feel like I'm constantly sick whenever my kid's in school, and that's just the worst. That's the worst. Anyway, we're moving on up to the bedrooms right now. I just had some placeholder furniture in there because I didn't really know if I was going to be able to make this like under 20,000 simoleons. It's not. But we're creating like a little closet space here in the main bedroom, just using the shelves that have coats and dresses and stuff on it. And we're also working on the nursery kind of at the same time, just whenever I see something that might need to go there. I also like having the pillows stacked behind the pillows on the bed just for more decoration. We've also got a bunch of pictures in here. I like using the pictures in the base game just as like gameplay objects. Not necessarily because they work, but because they could go with like the family's ancestry or something like that. We also got that random trunk. I don't know what that's from. I think that was from the most recent event, and I only was able to get like that first part of it. So that's fine. There's a similar one from Love Struck if you don't have that, if you missed that event. Also just trying to figure out the best place for the crib. I didn't put the like baby bassinet in there because they're never babies long enough in this game right now. They give you one for free at the hospital anyway. I don't really think you need to buy one. But we've got like our pink Blarfy in here. We've got a pink toddler toilet, and all you need to do is convert the crib when they age up to a toddler, and then you got a toddler room. Perfect. You know, just wanted to have everything ready. Like I said, not a lot of the base game homes have nurseries for your Sims or infant rooms in general, because that's just not something that The Sims does. Like, that didn't update any of the houses, so none of the houses have that. We are getting into the bathroom now. We just finished the upstairs bathroom, and I pretty much use like the same stuff from the upstairs bathroom in the lower bathroom because I don't know. I don't like doing bathrooms. I really don't. So the only thing that's really different about the bathroom downstairs is that there's a few robes hanging on the wall, and that's literally it. Other than that, we're just going to get into some of the landscaping now. I'm just trying to figure out where to put this like really big tree because I don't want it hanging off the lot, because in like managed worlds it looks weird and it looks like it's not there. But yeah, we're just putting up the fence now. We do have a pink fence from the base game, which I love. I also put gates up on both sides just so that Sims weren't just like randomly walking onto our property, because that does happen sometimes. Yeah, we're just gonna get into some base game. We do have a lot of like pink flowers around the edge of the house. I think I do a lot of it off screen because I ran out of time when I was recording. But that is all I have for the Peppa Pig shell challenge as a base game house, I guess. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all have an amazing day. And if you stuck around for this long, make sure to stick around for the cinematic tour at the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Dag dag!